Hello Capricorn, this is your extended reading. So, are you ready for a story? It's story time with your reading today. I feel like both the first part and also, but even more so, this second part, this extended, is talking about this storytelling, right? Because the Little Mermaid figured out, was very emphasized in the first part. I feel like there is a story going on, but it's almost like you're ready to hear a story about you, about your past, about how you got to the point where you're at now. And because we ended up with these two fives in the last part of your reading, where I talked about this fork on the road, and you're supposed to choose whether you want to stay under the tree or go under the sea to dive into your own emotional realm, right? Which for you, Capricorn, as an earth sign, as a very earthy being, bound to earth, right? Maybe a very new territory, right? One that stretches you. But that's the reason why you are being guided, and you are being, you are being directed in a very powerful way, right? From your heart, right? Because of these two cards that we talked about in the first part. And so this second part, I feel like there is this story, and to me, it feels like a love story, right? And perhaps it's just because I am love and I channel love as my language, right? And once I started to understand that avoiding love and avoiding talking about love, although I was seeing love all around me, and including these readings, I understood that it is limitless, it is boundless, as you are also, understanding through this heart activation, right? This shock of love that is just bursting through you, right? And so perhaps this story time for yourself is this reminder that you need to hear again to believe in it, right? And so we start off with the Page of Swords. And this card was coming through this character, this story character, talking about their story, but it was this first person narrator, this person wanting to tell their story, but I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is another. Because today, it's funny because this first card was talking about their side of the story, right? But I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is another. And then when the Magician followed, I understood that in reality, this is not the narrator talking about their side of the story. Actually, this Magician is this presenter, this grand storyteller, talking about this one and how this one wanted to tell their story, because it's the Page of Swords. So it was this initial desire in them to communicate their story, to tell their story, right? And this perhaps is a person that you met in your childhood, because well, we'll get there, but there are two pages, as you may have seen in the thumbnail, but we'll get there. So this character presented itself first, and I was in this questioning mode. So who's telling the story? And then I understood, because this Magician stepped up, telling me that they are the ones, as this higher consciousness, not an earthly bound person, not almost like this bodiless character, like this, just this voice over narrating and telling the story that's unfolding through the other cards about this one, but also you, as we're going to see. So after the Magician came the Six of Pentacles and this Page of Cups, and this Page of Cups is you. So as you see here, we're talking about two pages. The Page of Swords, which is another, a partner, perhaps a friend, maybe, and yeah, because I feel like these two pages are so two things. Perhaps you have grown up with this person, you know, maybe a sibling, but I don't feel like it could play out as a sibling, but the way that I'm seeing with the other cards, it's not exactly. So, but you know, you will know how it resonates in your life, right? If it is a sibling, you both have very different natures, because one is from the sword realm, the air realm, and you are coming from the cups realm, right? The water realm, which is funny because as an earth sign, you know, with this choice to be made between the earth and the water, and you know, being let me say it like this, being led to choose love, to choose your emotions, to choose this new or not so new, as we're seeing here, realm of water. I feel like here both of you are, and perhaps, yes, now it's coming through as siblings, but also good friends as children, or as yeah, because they're just coming as this infant, childlike, immature, but apprentice kind of energy, right? Children. So one very communicative, very talkative, very festive, very social, very friendly, right? Wanting to tell their story. And you, Capricorn, on the other hand, very protective, very sentimental, very empathetic, very intuitive, right? But the beautiful thing between the two of you, and all of this is being told by this magician, right? As this storyteller, this cosmic storyteller, right? And so here, with this Six of Pentacles in between you, I feel like there was such balance and such equal give and take between you, right? The water and the air. And it's funny because the image that I'm getting right now with this Six of Pentacles is almost like this surface of the water, this horizon line, this divide, which, you know, is this thin line that separates the depths of the water, right? The depths of the sea and the sky, right? This very airy and soft and gentle breeze, right? So this to me is like this bridge that connects you, right? This one being up above in the heavens as I was coming through, but you know, flying in the sky, while your nature is to dive in deep into the water, into the sea, right? And so it makes sense because the choice in the last part was between staying under the tree or under the sea. And it feels to me that this is just this reminder, this storytelling that is going on is a reminder that your true nature is to dive deep into your own emotions, right? Where there is perfect balance with another, with a friend, with a sister, with a brother, with a cousin, with you know, your first love from when you were growing up. But it feels to me like this very gentle and soft exchange of energies, you know, that was very perceivable on the surface of the water, right? Each one of you, you know, ready to explore your own realms, right? You very introspective, and this one very extroverted, very out there, and you very very guarded, but in a way very sensitive, right? Very sensitive, and this one very talkative, right? So that's why I feel like in the first part, when this came through before the magician come through also, I thought this one was telling the story, right? But no, it's just another character. So the cards that followed are talking about this maturing process, this coming of age of each of you separately, but how. Okay, so I'll just show the cards and we'll go from there. So the cards that followed this Page of Cups were first the Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, a kid. The Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And well, usually if you've seen other of my readings, you'll know that this bottom row is usually made of 3 cards, right? And so these 2 came first, and I was expecting a third one to come, but these 2 jumped out together, the Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And so let me start off with these 2 energies, right? You and them, right? You, first of all, your nature, your early days, your childhood, your essence, your true heart being this Page of Cups, and how you are now as you have grown, right? As you have become an adult, you have embodied this Queen of Swords energy, which is very unlike your nature. But I'm saying this because I feel like not only you changed who you are, I feel like they did too, because in a way they came first as this Page of Swords, very talkative, and became this King of Earth, this King of Pentacles, right? Which is very, which is a realm where, well, because of this place where you have traveled all of your life, right? This very earthly bound place under the tree. I feel like they know it too, but they have become very, oh, my nose is very itchy. Okay, so the word that's coming through right now, thank you, it's attached, right? Here, if they were very free and outgoing with this King of Pentacles, they have become very attached to physical possessions, with material things, with money, with security, right? Needing comfort and security. So I feel like they have lost their ways too, and the same as you did, right? Because if you were very nurturing and very sensitive and very emotional before in your younger days, right? It feels to me with this Queen of Swords, you have become, so the word that's coming through is very bitter. You have become very rigid. You have become very stuck in your own ways, in a way that it's not flexible at all, right? And so, and because it's interesting, because, you know, their nature is this air realm, and you have become the queen of this domain. So it feels to me like, yes, you left your under the sea natural habitat, right? Of diving deep into your own emotions, and you have come to the surface of the water to explore this fluid, airy breeze, which is very mental, which is very, the where logic resides, right? And so I feel like you have come to a place where you think more than you feel. And by doing so, because it's how you have matured in this way, I feel like you have lost sense of your true being. And so did they. So did they. Because their natural habitat being this flowy, airy, breezy realm, right? And being a very good communicator of this realm, very free, very outgoing, very social, they have become very attached, right? And very earthly bound, very non-moving, right? Which was actually your guidance in the first part, right? And so here, the way that I'm seeing this is that as children, both of you were naturally and, in a very balanced way, exploring your own realms and exchanging tips or knowledge from your own realms in a very beautiful and balanced way, right? And so here, because this is the story of, or even though you may have grown up separately, and perhaps that's why you are just drifting into realms that are different from your essence, I feel like both of you have come to a place where you know their natural realm as they know your natural realm. And so I feel like today, here, this is so, so, so beautiful. It's like this story of your life, right, in a sense, but in a retrospective way, and how the universe is intervening in order to bring you this balance again, in order to bring you this sense of knowing thyself by knowing the story of your lives and how it plays out in your relationship with this other that you may have met early in your life and went separate ways, but now I feel like they're coming back, right? Or even if you didn't fall away from each other's lives, even though you have grown together, I feel like internally you have separated yourselves. And now, because of this Wheel of Fortune and this Six of Cups, because as you see here, you had already a very beautiful and balanced interchange of energies, right? And now it feels like this remembering of your story, of both your stories, it's this remembrance that triggers this emotional connection again, right? That is, because as we saw in the first part, you are being guided, right? And this guidance is just bursting through you in a very natural and expansive way with no boundaries, right? And it's your heart that wants to be expressed. And so with this Wheel of Fortune, I feel like this is destiny stepping up, right? And intervening in a way that is bringing you balance through remembrance of not only who you've become, but also who both of you were as children, right? And your true natures. Because here, although, oh, this is so gorgeous. Okay, what I'm getting right now is that you both had to mature in this way for you to experience through the eyes of the other, or through the realm of the other, in order to just transcend. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Okay. I am getting so excited because this is just this other level of understanding one another, and also transcending connection, transcending relationship, right? Because you have so much to give each other, right? And so in the first part, we saw the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, right? Earth and water, and you having to choose to stay under the tree or go under the sea, and the guidance very clearly to be go under the sea, explore your earth, your emotions, your water realm again. And I'm saying again because you came through as the Page of Cups, so your true nature is the water realm anyways. And here we go from the 5 to the 6, so this is the choice being made, and how balanced it is, how harmonious it is, right? Because once you choose, you stay, you go from being stuck and being held in this one place, not moving, into this very open path, this very cleared up and very clear path, right? And it goes from the Pentacles to the Cups, the earth and the water again. So I feel like this actually, this whole second part of the reading, this remembrance that is going on for you, this storytelling, right, that the universe is clearly telling you and reminding you, to step in a way that is very big, right? It's life changing, but in a way that you have to be taken back to the past in order to find this balance again, right? Within this relationship, right? Because they are the vehicles, they are the vessels through which you can remember this story, and both of you are gaining from this remembrance, right? Both of you, because both of you have lived things and explored realms that is very natural for the other, that now you can exchange it in a way that is not only practical, but is also very emotional, very telepathic, right? And so this remembrance is so beautiful. It's like, I feel like this is essential, right? And beautifully also, usually I don't do this, but today is coming through very potently. The bottom of the deck is the Chariot, and the Chariot is speaking through all of these grand movie-like, story-like energies, this universe being the narrator of this story in order to move you in the right direction, right? And it comes through this remembrance of your own story, of your past, of your storyline, right? Of this lifetime, perhaps, because it feels to me that these are grand forces that are here to remind you, right? The power of your own story, right, Capricorn? So this video is so long, but I'm going to still pull one rune for you as this final guidance, just to see if there is still something else to be said about this. Okay, this is oh, this is so beautiful. As I said, it's coming in layers, but the rune that came through was the sign of Gemini. And Gemini is the sign that represents the twins. So, and I don't, as I said, you know, as a disclaimer, I usually tend to not pull the readings in a direction that is a love reading, but it's the way that I'm seeing, it's the way that I'm feeling, is like the way that I receive them and the way that I have to translate them. And there are a lot of misinterpreted concepts in, you know, in love, even in the word itself, that I usually go against them. So, but today it's coming through and I cannot not use it because of the twins, right? If this is a twin flame story and I don't know much about it, but if it's something that resonates for you, you'll understand it better than I am. And yeah, better than I'm capable of understanding because of my own limitations and my own prejudice perhaps with this word. But feels to me like this is a beautiful mirroring relationship, you know, twins. And so this is a, okay, this is so long right now, but whatever. um I myself have a twin sister. Yes, she is identical to me. We have very different lives, and perhaps this makes a lot of sense because we do have the same DNA, we share the same blood, we share the same uh, initial spark of life, right? We shared our mother's womb, but we have very different personalities and very different life missions in a way. And I feel like this, so perhaps this is a love story, but not a romantic love. You see, it's like this expression of love that has so many different ways of being lived and experienced that I feel like this mirroring can come through in so many ways. And perhaps for you, Capricorn, there is one particular other that have been in your life since you've came to this world, you know, that is very important for you to realize, you know, the importance of this mirror relationship. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop here because otherwise I could go on forever and we're already in 27 minutes. I hope this was useful. I hope this story was something that made sense for you. I hope it was insightful. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.